Hey folks, it's Adonis here. Today we're going to cover the first lesson on the practice chanter, which will be the correct finger positioning. So we need to know this then because it's vital for everything else played on the practice chanter or the bagpipes. So now what we're going to do is grab our practice chanter, okay? And starting with the left hand, we're going to take the left thumb, and somewhere between the tip of the thumb and the first knuckle, you're going to place it on the back hole of the chanter, like so. Somewhere between the tip of the thumb and the first knuckle. So then we're going to take the left index finger and placing it between the tip of the finger and the first knuckle, we're going to lay it onto the next hole, like so, on the front of the chanter. So next then we've got the middle finger, and the same again, somewhere between the tip of the middle finger and the first knuckle, we'll then lay it on the next hole. Next you've got your wedding ring finger, and we're going to do the same again, somewhere between the tip of the finger and the first knuckle, we'll then lay it on the next hole, like so. So the pinky on your left hand will not go onto a hole. So you'll find when using the top hand, your pinky will just move around with your wedding ring finger. Okay? So next, what we're going to do is move on to the bottom hand, which will be the right hand. So with the right hand then, we're going to take the index finger, and somewhere between the first knuckle and the second knuckle this time, we'll then place it onto the next hole, like so. So next we'll move on to the second finger on the right hand, and same again, somewhere between the first knuckle and the second knuckle is where it will sit on the next hole. Moving on to the third finger on the right hand then, it will be the exact same again, somewhere between the first knuckle and the second knuckle will then sit on the next hole, like so. So with the bottom hand sitting between the first knuckle and second knuckle, this is vital, so then your pinky on your right hand will be able to sit on the last hole on the bottom of the chanter with comfort, okay? And this will sit between the tip and the first knuckle of the pinky, like so. So we're sat there like that. Next, what you're going to do is take the thumb of the right hand and place it on the rear of the chanter, somewhere in the range of your index finger on the right hand and your middle finger on the right hand, okay? So like so. So once you feel your fingers on the hole, what we're going to do, we're going to blow into the chanter to sound the very first note, which will be a low G. It's a very deep note, so it should sound something like this. Okay? Sometimes when you go to play a low G, it will sound like a distorted note, like so. Okay? This just means that one of the fingers aren't correctly sitting on the hole. So if that happens, you'll just readjust your fingers until they're comfortably sat on the hole, and you can sound a low G again. Like so. So that conducts the finger positioning on the chanter. We'll try it once more just for confirmation for yourselves. Okay, so starting with the left thumb, somewhere between the tip of the thumb and the first knuckle is where it'll sit on the back hole, like so. Next, moving on, will be the index finger on the left hand, somewhere between the tip of the finger and the first knuckle is where it'll sit, like so. Next, moving on, will be the middle finger, and the exact same again, somewhere between the tip of the finger and the first knuckle is where it will rest on the next hole. Moving on to the E finger then, same again, tip of the finger and the first knuckle is where it will sit on the hole, like so. Next is pinky, Next is the pinky, and the pinky does not sit on the hole, okay? Moving on to the bottom hand then, we'll take the first finger, the index finger on the right hand, somewhere between the first knuckle and the second knuckle is where it'll sit on the next hole, like so. Moving on then, second finger, the middle finger, exact same again, somewhere between the first knuckle and the second knuckle is where it will sit on the chanter. Once you've got that, move on to the third finger, and the exact same again, somewhere between the first knuckle and the second knuckle is where it will sit on the chanter. Once we got that then, the pinky should then comfortably sit on the last hole, somewhere between the tip of the pinky and the first knuckle, like so. And then last but not least is the thumb of the right hand, and we'll place this somewhere between the right index finger and the right middle finger, like so. And that is the correct finger positioning for the practice chanter.